Welcome to Tata Crucible Campus Quiz 2024. For 20 years, we've been leading the way, sparking curiosity and discovering the brightest minds across India, with the legends who've made this journey unforgettable. Your quizmaster, the one and only Pick Brain, and the ever-energetic Rashmi Furtado. And now it's time to kick off the West Bengal Cluster Final.
A big hello and a warm welcome to each and every one of you. You're with me, Pick Brain, and along with me is my co-host, Rashmi Furtado, as we welcome you to yet another set or sequence of Tata Crucible for Campuses 2024. We've got very good quizzers with us lined up. Rashmi will take you through the first half. I'll come in and take you through the second half to identify which two go into our zonal final. For now, let me not stand between you and this cluster final. Let's get started with the campus edition of Tata Crucible. Over to you, Rashmi.
Thank you, Pick Brain. Well, let me quickly invite our finalists on stage for this cluster and then get started with the Kolkata Cluster Final. The first cluster finalist joining us from IIFT is Siddharth Shankar. Let's move on to our second finalist here today. Joining Siddharth on stage is Cherian Matthew from IIT Kharagpur. As our third finalist here today, joining us again from IIT Kharagpur is Rupesh Yadav. Following Rupesh, as our fourth finalist here today, representing IIT Kharagpur again is Anurag Anand. To my left, as our fifth finalist here today, representing IIM Calcutta is Piyush Kedia. Following Piyush, up next as our sixth finalist is Abhishek Yadav. Our seventh finalist here today joining us on stage is Ms. Sonal Patil. And completing this lineup for us here today as our eighth finalist on stage is Shiva Darshan.
जाएगा बोला जाएगा ये सब बोलता बनाएगा जाएगा बोला जाएगा ये सब बोलता बनाएगा.
This is Baba Now and this is BB Now. Matlab Big Basket Now. Delivering in 10 minutes.
Let's get started with the first round of this quiz. Coming up is domain expertise. Here we go. Let's now get started with the first question of this quiz. Coming up on your screen from the world of identities. Remember that? The question, here we go. This is a 100-seater dining table found at the Falaknuma Palace. Where in India is it found? Oh, very quick on the buzzer on table number 5. Piyush, go ahead.
Hyderabad.
Hyderabad is what he says from the world of hospitality, from the world of IHCL. Absolutely right. He gets it right. Piyush getting a plus 20 on that, doing well. On the very first question of this cluster final, he gets that right. Let's move on to the next one. Question number 2, coming up on your screen from the world of origins. Here we go. During the Middle Ages, metal was expensive and seldom used for household wares. Instead, dishes and pots were made out of an economical orange-colored clay. Which term originated from the name of this clay? So this clay has a particular name, okay? And something from the initial days of finance and income gets its name from this clay. Okay, I'll give you all a clue. The name of this clay is pig. That's P-Y-G-G. Piyush again on the buzzer. He caught on to the clue, I think.
So this is why the place where we save money is called piggy bank.
It's because this clay is called pig, that is P-Y-G-G. We call the pot in which we save all the coins the piggy bank. Absolutely right. Piyush getting piggy bank right and getting another plus 20 on that, ladies and gentlemen. He's catching on to the clues very well. Let's see what happens as we move on in this final. Coming up is question number 3. History is what we are looking at. Question on your screen. Here we go. What was started in India on the recommendations of a report given by him? Something very huge, and I would like to call it an institution, and this institution is celebrating its 90 years this year. Piyush is quick on the buzzer. Go ahead.
The Reserve Bank of India.
And who's he?
John Worth or something.
All right, I will not hold you on that. Reserve Bank of India is all I was looking for. Absolutely right. The Reserve Bank of India is celebrating 90 years this year, and the name of this man, anybody in the audience who would like to try?
Hilton Young.
Hilton Young is absolutely right. Hilton Young, and I think it was called the Hilton Young Commission, after which the recommendation of that commission that led to the creation of RBI. Let's move on to the next one. That's question number 4. From the world of women leaders, coming up is the question. Here we go. She is an environmental scientist in this world. Identify her. Go ahead, Cherian.
Argentinian Prime Minister or President?
I need her name. I said identify her. I did not say country.
Okay.
Very specific on my question. Identify her. I need her name. I never said I need the country. Minus 20. Minus 20 on a second attempt. On a second attempt. From the world of women leaders, global women leaders, all over the news actually. Oh, no one trying. No one trying. Anybody in the audience who would like to try? Okay. Her name, she's not the Argentinian president. That would have also given you a negative actually. She is from Mexico, the first female president of Mexico, and her name is Claudia Sheinbaum. Claudia Sheinbaum is what I was looking for as an answer. All right, let us move on to the next question. Coming up from the world of books, here is the question. Book by award-winning journalist Julie McIntosh of Financial Times on the takeover of which iconic American beverage brand is this? Dethroning the King. It's a book by Julie McIntosh of the Financial Times. It's takeover of an iconic brand, American beverage brand. So I need the name of that American beverage brand. That is what I need from you. Dethroning the King. Oh, no one going on this again. All right, anybody in the audience who would like to give it a shot? Yeah, go ahead. Absolutely right. Anheuser and Busch is what I was looking for as an answer. These are not the names that they do not know. Maybe a few stories that I'm narrating is something they're not aware of, but these are the answers that they're already aware of. And sometimes the pressure of negatives get to you and you're not able to take that risk, but at some point, all of you will have to start pressing those buzzers. Let's move on to the next one. That is question number 6. From the world of pioneers, here we go. Her name is Ruth Mariana. Go ahead, Piyush.
Barbie.
Why are you so doubtful about the answer?
I think I hurried.
You think you rushed. I said her name was Ruth Mariana, and she created something that is extremely famous globally in the toy industry. Barbie is absolutely right. Plus 20 to Piyush on that. All I did was not give you her full name. Ruth Mariana Handler, better known as Ruth Handler in the world of quizzing, is what I was looking for. And Barbie is the right answer. Let's move on to the next one. That's question number 7. Coming up on your screen. This is a currency note of New... Go ahead, Siddharth.
Edmund Hillary.
And what was I going to ask you?
Like, he's in the currency of New Zealand, the first man to climb Mount Everest.
Edmund Hillary, the achievement, the first person to scale Mount Everest, his achievement was commemorated by New Zealand by putting him on the note, on their currency notes. And this is what it is on your screen. Absolutely right. Siddharth gets a plus 20 on that. So Siddharth has also started on those buzzers, and he's on plus 20. Let's move on to the next one. That's question number 8. Trivia is what we are looking at. An interesting question. I would urge you to wait for me to complete the question, but of course it's up to you on when you want to press that buzzer. Here we go. Which creativity technique and term was introduced by advertising executive Alex Osborne in the classic work Applied Imagination? He is the gentleman right there on your screen. That is Alex Osborne. So let me help you a little bit here, just to ensure you're thinking along the right direction. This is something all of us or most of us do when we are trying to look for a new idea or a solution. Go ahead, Siddharth.
Brainstorming.
When you're trying to look for a solution or a new idea, you sit together and you brainstorm. Absolutely right. Cracked very well there by Siddharth. He gets a plus 20 on that. Siddharth on 40, Piyush on 80. Well, it's only the first round of this quiz and it's starting to get exciting right now. Let's see what happens. Let's move on to the next one. That's question number 9 from the world of firsts. Okay, here is the question. Zanny Minton Beddoes is the first woman to hold the position of editor-in-chief of which renowned magazine in this world? Globally known magazine. Globally known magazine. I'll repeat her name for you. Zanny Minton Beddoes. First woman to hold the position of editor-in-chief. Oh, he's taking a chance. Siddharth, go ahead.
I'll say Time magazine.
He says Time magazine because I said globally known. There are quite a few globally known magazines. He takes a minus 20 on that. On a second attempt, the Time magazine is now out of the equation, but there are still several other globally known magazines. It's not an easy question. You're at a Tata Crucible Cluster Final. Life is not going to be easy. Not at all. You move into the zonal final from here, and then the national final. So, of course, it's not going to be an easy set of questions. Oh, no one trying. Anybody in the audience would like to try? Yes, sir, go ahead. The Economist is absolutely right. Next one, question number 10 from India. Okay, the question, here we go. Identify the sports, Piyush.
Dhoni Entertainment.
And this is, what is Dhoni
This
Entertainment?
is owned by Mahendra Singh Dhoni. It's his production house which makes films, documentaries.
Production house owned by MS Dhoni. Plus 20 to Piyush. Absolutely right. A Tata Play Bench Entertainment question cracked by Piyush here today. MS Dhoni is the owner, and I think it's called Dhoni Entertainment. Is absolutely right. And he gets another plus 20. So let me please invite Big Brain back on stage to take this quiz forward. Over to you, Big Brain.
गुड मॉर्निंग बच्चों, आज हम पढ़ेंगे कि 4 गुणा 4 16 नहीं 199 होते हैं।
कैसे सर?
अरे बताता हूँ। सबसे पहले तो टाटा प्ले बिंज ऐप डाउनलोड करो।
ओके सर।
यहाँ मिलेंगे 30+ OTT ऐप्स। उनमें से डिज्नी प्लस हॉटस्टार और Z5 जैसे अपनी पसंद के कोई भी 4 ऐप सिलेक्ट करो।
कर लिया सर।
और इन चारों ऐप्स का सारा कंटेंट देखो एक ही बिंज ऐप पर।
वाव सर।
और चाहो तो 4 अलग-अलग स्क्रीन पर भी देख लो। ये सब मिलेगा सिर्फ 199 रुपीस पर मंथ में। तो हो गए ना 4 गुना 4 199। टाटा प्ले बिंज सब्सक्राइब नाउ।
All right, friends, time for us to move into the second frontier. Can we have a round of applause for young Rashmi? For the moment, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the second frontier of our game here today, it's time for string theory. Here it is. On string theory, what we're going to do is give you a string of clues. You got to look at them and give me your theory, in a sense. So you get a plus 20 and a minus 20. 2 attempts, of course, are allowed on every question. As we start with the first one on your screens now. The clue, all right, on my far right, it's Siddharth from IFT.
AMD.
AMD, explain that to me.
C is currently the CEO of AMD. That's right.
Okay, you knew the CEO of AMD part. I thought for quizzers, the other part will be the easier one because K stood for kryptonite. And that's why they created a kryptonite to take on the Superman of the industry, which was actually from Intel. So he'll get a plus 20 on that, well played, and takes him back to 40. He's going to also take some decisions at some stage, because from 40, if he gets to 60 or so, he'll start watching the quiz carefully. For now, on to the second one. We're still too far from those decisions. Overall answer is what matters. Here we go. Tischrom was a very specific form of steel. George Turnbull was the man who submitted a feasibility report. Again, it's Siddharth who's going for it. Yeah, Siddharth.
I'll say Kolkata tram.
The Kolkata tram will also in some ways lead you to Turnbull. Minus 20. He's playing bullish, but he's gaining and losing. We are in a West Bengal final, so he was thinking well. Piyush now going for it.
The Howrah Bridge.
Tischrom, what does that take you to?
So they'll make the steel that the Howrah Bridge is made of, and the Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Trust would be responsible for the maintenance.
Tata Steel in those days created a very, very special steel just for the creation of the Howrah Bridge. And to this day, that Tata Steel contribution continues to stand in splendor. It'll give him another 20. He moves to 120. And he has MS Dhoni on his side. So it's a strong one. Well, as we go to the next one on the buzzers, string theory, here we go. All of these are abstract clues which will lead you to a very important connection.
I'll say stationery brands. Apsara, Camel, Natraj, and I can't see the other one.
Apsara, Camel, Natraj, and you can't see the other one. More specifically?
Hindustan pencils.
No. Pencils. Yeah. Give it to you on that. Pencils will get him there. Apsara on your screen. Camel on your screen. All of these would have led you to pencil brands. Natraj is a good one. In my days as a quizzer, irrespective of where you quizzed in the country, what you got when you won quizzes was Natraj pencils. I don't even know why they did not give us another brand of pencils. It was only Natraj pencils. And I won plenty of them as a school kid studying in Bangalore. As we go to the next one. He's really playing aggressive as Piyush. Go ahead.
Amazon.
Explain.
So Muammar Gaddafi's bodyguards were called the Amazon Guard. I think that's
Muammar Gaddafi's guards were called the Amazon Guards.
Because they were all women, inspired by the Greek Amazons.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that is the older logo of Amazon, and that would be the Amazon River.
Okay, and that statue, since you are a good quizzer, I'm pushing you. You get your 20, so calm down. That's a nice one. I'm at Kolkata, so I will look at knowledge more than marks.
Let's see, the Amazons, they cut off one part of the breast. So.
Anybody? Okay, the lady in that statue is the Lady Diana of Amazon. So that's the trivia behind that. So just pushing you because this is a region where people love to get to what is something they don't know rather than what they know. As we go to the next one on your screens, now. Got an entertainment category question coming in on table number 1, Siddharth.
Shah Rukh Khan.
Got a big basket coming in there. Shah Rukh Khan, explain.
Red Chilies is owned by him, and all the other three are endorsed by him.
All the others are endorsements. Red Chili Entertainment is his. Big Basket, which is one of our supporters, will all lead you to Shah Rukh Khan. He'll get himself a 20 on that. Takes him back to 40. Now he has to watch the urge. Whenever he gets to 40, he's consistent at getting a minus 20. He's smiling now. Final question. He'll try and break that jinx at some stage. Question number 6 on your screen now. He is going for it.
Wikipedia. That's Jimmy Wells, and all of these will lead to Wikipedia.
He gets himself beyond that 40, this time to 60. The others will really have to start playing on the buzzer. You got 2 quick quizzers here today, and they're not going to keep quiet at all or show you any mercy on speed. We'll take a look at the Tata Play Binge leaderboard here today. Our first cluster, which is West Bengal, coming up with Piyush Kedia from IIM Calcutta going off to a 160. Behind him from IIFT, Siddharth Shankar on 60. The others have a lot of work to do.
रूठेगा भाई रूठेगा जब खिलौना टूटेगा रूठेगा भाई रूठेगा जब खिलौना टूटेगा
This is Baby Now. And this is BB Now. Matlab Big Basket Now. Delivering in 10 minutes.
जीतेगा भाई जीतेगा
As we move into the next frontier of the game, it's time for analytical intelligence. Here it is. We'll show you an example and then tell you how to play this round. You get a formula on your screen which is as follows. L minus 1, I minus, this is an example. I minus 2, I minus 1, L minus 1. Now, you got 4 logos below that. You got to first crack the 4 logos and then apply the formula. For example, the first one is Nestle. L minus 1 means 1 letter before the L. So here is the answer. 1 letter before the L will give you a T. 1 letter before the I, 2 letters before the I will give you a A. 1 letter before the I will give you a T. And 1 letter before the L will give you an A. So your overall answer is Tata. So you got to know your visuals to be able to arrive at the answer. So it's application of knowledge. Starting with the first one, calculations in your mind. Press the buzzer when you know the answer. Here we go. On your screen now. A plus 1, T plus 1, B plus 2, A plus 1, and K minus 1 will lead you to a retail giant. Piyush,
Macy's.
what did you get?
Toyota. So,
You got Toyota.
so A from there, BBCC.
You got BBC.
Paytm gives you Y, and Baskin Robbins gives you S. So A.
He went on a Paytm for a PayPal. Well, that's okay. It still got him PAY on the first 3. So he made a mistake on that, but he still got the answer. Your answer is Macy's, plus 20. Plus 20 on Macy's. He's really, really playing well. 180 is a massive score. As we go to the next one, onto your screens now. E minus 1, L minus 1, A minus 2, H minus 1, and A plus 2 will lead you to an automotive giant in this world. Siddharth.
Honda.
Honda, Honda, will give him a minus 20. Second attempt will be going for sure on this. He's got it wrong on Honda. I think he was in a hurry. I think he just got 1 or 2 and hinged on that. And that's dangerous. Nobody going for it. Time lapsing. Oh, she's going for it. Just in the nick of time. Into your mic.
Mosley,
Spell that for me.
Mosli.
I said automobile giant. Will give you a minus 20. She went only on the Mercedes part, and that got her into trouble because you have to fit it to the overall answer. She got a mistake towards the end as well. The answer is very simple. Bosch. Bosh is the overall answer that I was looking for. As we go to the next one, on your screens now. U plus 1, L plus 1, R minus 1, N, L plus 1, and T minus 1. Someone's going, oh, even before I could give the category.
NVIDIA.
NVIDIA. On my right from IIT Kharagpur, he says, I'm going to give this a go, plus 20. Oh, really quick and fast. He's played that well and played that really fast to get to 20. On to the last one. Let's see what happens. The formula coming up on your screens. Here it is. E minus 1, D plus 1, S plus 1, L minus 2, B plus 2, and E minus 1 will lead you to something that's not allowed in India. Someone's gone for it. On my extreme left is Shiva. Go ahead. What do you make of it?
TikTok.
TikTok. What did you get?
I just got the last two letters and went with the clue.
You got the O and K from Warner Brothers and Kellogg's. And he went for it from IIM Calcutta. He'll get that right and he'll get to 20 as well. Suddenly, we've got two of them on 20, one on 40. Could have well been three of them on 20 if Sonal had got that right. So we're going to move into the final round. And it is this final frontier which will determine who is going to qualify along with Piyush to the zonal final. Because Piyush is really looking extremely good.
आप भी जॉब ढूंढना स्टार्ट कर दो। टाटा एआईए लाइफ इंश्योरेंस ने हमारे फ्यूचर का दी एंड कर दिया है। मैंने कहा मैम फ्यूचर में है लंबा हॉस्पिटल बिल। वो बोली कंप्लीट हेल्थ कवर है ब्रो, जस्ट चिल। आज फिट रहने के रिवॉर्ड्स, रिटायरमेंट के बाद भी इनकम, सब फिकर फ्री हैं, सब तैयार हैं।
हे पोपट, फिर तुम तैयार क्यों नहीं हो? अब इनका फ्यूचर सिक्योर नहीं पर आपका होगा। टाटा एआईए लाइफ इंश्योरेंस से रहो हर वक्त के लिए तैयार।
यहाँ बायोडाटा भेज देना।
As we move into the final frontier, it's time for what we call quick thinking. Here it is. As we start with question number 1, hands on the buzzer. The year was 1595. King Philip II from Spain banned the planting of new vineyards in Mexico and other Spanish colonies due to the decline of wine trade with Spain. Pedro Sanchez grabbed this opportunity to produce a new type of beverage. What was this type of beverage? Piyush not wanting to keep quiet.
Tequila.
Tequila. Will get him any special liking for tequila? No, nothing like that. Plus 20. He's got it absolutely right. And it takes him to 200. You know, one of the things about quizzers is it's not about winning. It's about how they win sometimes. And I think Piyush is focusing on the latter. He wants to get into a zonal final with an emphatic victory. 200 is a massive score. Well, question number 2, hands on the buzzer. Alfred Winslow Joseph combined two speculative tools to create what he considered a conservative investment methodology. He used leverage as an idea to buy more shares and used short selling to avoid market risk. He created something for the first time in 1949. What type of fund am I describing? He's gone for it as Shiva on my extreme left.
I'll go with mutual funds.
A mutual fund will give you a minus 20. A mutual fund will give you a minus 20. Siddharth is taking a risk.
I'll say hedge fund.
I think he's actually hedging on that question. In many ways, he's hedging. He wants a 20 on that one, plus 20. Plus 20 will give Siddharth more relief than 20, because if he had got a minus 20, he was landing himself in a dangerous position. On 60, he now knows he's put the pressure only on one candidate, and that is going to be pressure because it has to be Anurag who'll have to really now give it a go. From IIT Kharagpur, he's shaking his head. He's saying 60 looks far. 2 questions to go. It's possible. As we go to the penultimate one, hands on the buzzer. I am a present member of the Rajya Sabha. I was the first woman to be employed by Tata.
Sudha Murthy.
Sudha Murthy, the first ever woman to be employed by Tata Motors, currently Rajya Sabha member, plus 20. Plus 20, he gets one more right. He goes to 220. As we go to the final question, beautiful Kolkata final or West Bengal final. Here we go. Joseph Mitty, nicknamed the salesman of the angels. It's a beautiful term given to this British gentleman. He turned the first gift shop into a network for second-hand clothes sales and other goods. The network put this organization on the high street map, contributing substantially to its income. The income, of course, was used for extremely noble purposes, therefore, salesman of the angels. Which not-for-profit entity, in a sense, am I describing, or which pro-humanity movement am I talking about? Sometimes these not-for-profits are a subjective statement. Extraordinary organization which came into being because of Joseph Mitty, who's known as the salesman of angels. No. Piyush wants to stay on that 220. He says, that's as far as I can get. And that is very far to get in a format like this. Anybody with an answer in the audience? Yes. Oxfam is absolutely right. Lovely answer.
Dhaniya, 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 dhaniya.
This is BV Now. And this is BB Now. Matlab Big Basket Now. Delivering in 10 minutes.
Let's take a look at the final tally here today. On the Tata Play binge board, this is what the leaderboard tells us. Well, on 220, Piyush has raced away into the zonals with a victory that he will like. He will be comfortable with the way he's played. He would want to carry that forward into a zonal. Some of these quizzers come in targeting, saying, okay, this time I got to be in a national final. Piyush appears to be one such. From IIM Calcutta, he does certainly stand a good chance, but Siddharth has played very well. His 60 could have easily been 120 today. And he knows that very well. But for the moment, he's going to be telling himself, I got to the zonals, that's all that matters. Anurag needed 1 or 2 more. And I think Anurag needed that when Rashmi was hosting. He started a little late and that put too much of pressure on him. Shiva scored and lost. But that leaves out with 2 of our qualifiers. From the West Bengal zonal going in is Piyush and Siddharth. Ladies and gentlemen, you were watching Tata Crucible from West Bengal, and it's always a tough terrain. I told you get some outstanding quizzers, Piyush and Siddharth, both looking supremely sharp to get into the zonal final. As we will take you into the next cluster final of this region. From me, Pig Brain, from my colleague Rashmi Furtado, from all of us here at Tata Crucible's Campus Edition for 2024, thank you for tuning in. Stay back. The next cluster is coming right up. Till then, goodbye.